Hey, what's up guys? My name is Sam and today I'm back with another review. Today's review is going to be for Ready Player One. Now guys, the film is directed by Steven Spielberg. It stars Ty Sheridan and Olivia Cooke. So guys, for those of you who don't know the plot to Ready Player One, the year is 2045 and a virtual world called the Oasis has been created. It's pretty much a VR game world. You can be anyone you want, you can do whatever you want, and you can remain in it for as long as possible. The creator of the Oasis passes away, and with his death comes a video. In the video, it tells the whole world that within the Oasis he has left 3 keys. When you gain access to all 3 keys, you will unlock an Easter egg which contains his life fortune and control of the Oasis. The person who finds the egg, well, they get his fortune and control the Oasis. Guys, there are a few things that I really enjoyed about this film. One being the visuals. The visuals were amazing in this movie. It's all CGI pretty much, apart from a few scenes here and there. So for a film that is heavily CGI, you want it to be good, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Another thing would be the references. There are tons and tons of references to past films that Spielberg has made, to pop culture, to comic book characters. Probably the biggest references in there are things like Superman, King Kong, The Shining, Back to the Future. That one was probably my favourite. Now guys, the story of this film is pretty good also. You've got the main character Wade Watts. He's had a pretty, bad upbringing, a bit down on his luck, and he's the one who pretty much solves all the riddles, gets all the keys, and is then able to attempt to get the Easter egg. It's very cool to see him progress from, the character who we're introduced to in the start of the film to the person we see him be in the end. And it's very cool to watch him sort of in his head dissect all these sorts of clues, along with the help of his friends, of course, in the film. But it's very, very cool to see this young teenager being able to discover all these amazing things within the Oasis. Now guys, with the good always comes the bad. There are a few things I didn't like about this movie. One, I felt like it was too long. There were some moments where I was like, I just need the pace to be a bit quicker, guys, like, come on. The film was really going good for me up until Wade discovers the first clue. Up until there, it all goes downhill a little bit, not dramatically, but the pace of the film slows down, and it's enough for you to sit there and sort of just be thinking to yourself, okay, can they pick it up a bit, please? But yeah, other than that, there's not much bad about this film. Apart from the story pacing, the one thing I didn't like was there's a company in the film called the IOI. Basically, these guys just reminded me of the conflict between Apple and Samsung, to be honest. But this company are trying to gain access to the Oasis. They're trying to own it, to be the bigger company, get the big bucks, basically just be the bigger man. And whenever it would cut back to them, I just didn't care. I was like, no, give me more of Wade Watts and his friends trying to find this Easter egg. And I feel like it would have been way better if, instead of having this company trying to overthrow Wade and his friends to finding this Easter egg, if it was in fact left to just, other characters in the Oasis, having just player fight upon player, instead of having this big corporate company come in and be like, no, we're not letting you have that. It's rightfully ours. Like, off. And another thing about this film, guys, I mentioned that there's a lot of throwbacks and references to a lot of pop culture. Now, obviously, when you see things that are going to remind you of your childhood, remind you of a really good movie that you saw or a good experience you had, you're going to enjoy it a little bit more. And that's where it sort of got me thinking, well, if all of these things that reference pop culture weren't in it, would we still enjoy it as much? It's something that you hope doesn't really depict the film, but then again, you can't help but think, if those things weren't there, would I enjoy it as much? So guys, overall, Ready Player One was pretty enjoyable. You know, a few bumps along the way, but we got there in the end. It's a cool film to watch. I wouldn't exactly, you know, go all fanboy and crazy over it, but it was a pretty cool film. Visually really good, story was okay, characters were good. Overall, I'm kinda happy with it. So guys, for Ready Player One, I'm gonna be giving it a 6 out of 10. Now guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this review, please like, comment below. Tell me what you thought. Maybe you hated it. Maybe you loved it more than I did. I don't know, but put a comment down below. We'll have a discussion. I'm sure it'll be great. But yeah, other than that guys, share the video, subscribe, tell all your friends, make a meme out of me. I don't mind. Whatever you do, all good by me. And hopefully guys, I'll be seeing you in the next video.